If not now, then when? Many of you know I've been asking, are things bad enough now in this country that it's time to really pull out all the stops and employ all of the protest tactics that are known to achieve change? Mass rallies at urban centers is one. We are seeing more of that. 5 million at the first No Kings, 7 million at the second No Kings. But what about another key tactic that I write about in my book, The Echo Machine? National strikes, mass call-outs from work. Well, we are finally seeing the first major call for that from an elected official. It is Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, who during his fiery speech at this weekend's No Kings rally called for a general strike. He did it in a boisterous and excited fashion. Let's listen to what he had to say.
If my ancestors as slaves can lead the greatest general strike in the history of this country, taking it to the ultra-rich and big corporations, we can do the same today. I'm calling on black people, white people, brown people, Asian people, immigrants, gay people from around this country to stand up against tyranny and to send a clear message to the ultra-rich and big corporations. We are going to make them pay their fair share in taxes to fund our schools, to fund jobs, to fund healthcare, to fund transportation. Democracy will live on because of this generation. Are you ready to take it to the courts and to the streets?
Basically are, right? When we're seeing just the...
So listen, some of you wrote to me and said this is awesome. Some of you wrote to me and said that he sounds unhinged. But I want to focus on the substance, the general strike idea. A general strike is when workers across a lot of industries, not just one, all stop working at the same time to protest or to demand change. It's not one company. It's not like just tech workers. It's not only teachers or only nurses. The idea is everybody strikes together. In a sense, the US has never really had a true general strike. So imagine if transportation workers, school teachers, power company workers, if everybody joined together, the systems that keep the country going would very quickly grind to a halt. It would be impossible to ignore. And the idea is that by being impossible to ignore, it would force the people in power to come to the table to negotiate. Now, what would it be about? Well, it would really be about collective power. The idea here is Trump, through his authoritarianism, has taken control of so many areas of our lives. No one seems to be able to stop him. And so the point would be people showing up and showing that they can shut the country down when the government oversteps. And the goal would be proving you can't run the country without us. You can't just sit in DC doing all of your authoritarian nonsense and have things continue to function and have the systems from which Trump and his cronies make money continue to spit out money for them. Now, as you can probably imagine, it's very difficult to organize something like this. Many workers are not legally protected if they strike for political reasons. That's what I mean is, as opposed to striking for a specific workplace issue, if you strike for political reasons unrelated to your specific job, you can be fired or replaced. Union membership is at historic lows, and many industries are deliberately structured to prevent collective action with, temporary and gig or independent contractor workers. The whole point being, make it difficult for them to organize. And so under Trump, striking workers could face retaliation. They could face police crackdowns. They could even potentially face prosecution under the laws that are framed as anti-riot or critical infrastructure protection. So there is risk to a general strike. They're also difficult to coordinate. I mean, getting millions of people across industries and states to act together requires a huge amount of organization and trust and communication. And it's very difficult, especially when you've got social media disinformation campaigns and highly polarized politics. Workers could lose jobs, income, or health care, get arrested, get blacklisted. There could be violence. There could be counter protesters. In an authoritarian climate, leaders of such a movement as a general strike could be targeted personally. They could be sued, investigated, harassed. So all of that is true, but we do find ourselves asking the question, is this the time? If not now, then when? What would it take for people to realize this must stop? And the question is whether the American people are ready, desiring, and willing to do something like this right now. My honest assessment, my calculation is that the answer is no. There are clearly millions of Americans concerned by what's going on. 7 million came out and protested over the weekend, but still taking it all together, I think the vast majority are in the position of, if I am not immediately at threat right now, I want to stay home. I want to keep working, bringing food home for my family, getting my kids to school, etc. And that's not a position to be laughed at. I respect people who are saying, I need to keep my head down and keep doing what I believe right now is best for my family. The question will become when it starts being bad for everybody's families, not just some. And so I asked the question to you, when do you think is the time for a general strike, if any? Is it now or is it forthcoming?